Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Lauren, and I'm the film student extraordinaire, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. You may have already noticed, but we're in a Zoom window because I'm talking about life at Zoom University and being zoomed out. Jordan is so zoomed out that he's asleep. And, it is currently 9:14. I just finished my 4-hour class. I also worked today and I had another class and I had a meeting and I had group therapy. So it has been a long day. So just put a little makeup to try to rev myself up for this. On my notebook. So let's just get into it.
I was kissing you with my eyes open.
All right. So I know I just explained some stuff, but we're going to set the scene. So I take 18 credits, which means I have basically 18 hours of class a week, and all of those 18 hours are online. Initially, one of those classes was in person, but due to obviously COVID not going away, things getting worse, very early on in the semester, it was moved to be virtual. So the only thing I have in person is my orchestra class, which I actually take for non-credit. So it's not included in those 18 hours. So I have my 2 hours of orchestra in person, but otherwise I have pretty much 18 hours of Zoom. And that's a lot. Sometimes my professors let us go a little bit early, depending on what their lecture is. But like some of my teachers never let us go early, and it's just a lot. We do have like dinner breaks. Like for example, my class today and tomorrow is 5:30 to 8:50, and we do generally get like a 10 to 15-minute dinner break somewhere around 7 o'clock. But that's not a lot. So it's just a lot of screens, and it's it's just a lot of class time. And then homework is pretty much also all online. Like, yes, I have some textbooks that I read, like physical books that I read, which I am so grateful for. Like, I don't know what I would do without them. But we also have a ton of readings that are not done online. I mean, we have a ton of readings that are done online. And then just like obviously typing everything, editing stuff, like that's all on my computer. So it's just exhausting. And then that's not even talking about my job. So I still intern with Samsung 10 to 15 hours a week. That's all online too. So like I should have calculated how much. All right, one second. Getting out my nifty difty phone calculator because my current calculator's batteries have died. I know, and not good, but what can you do? All right, so we've got 18 hours of class a week online, plus let's say 12 hours for my given Samsung week. So right now that's 30 hours of being on my computer. And then we add in homework. So I'd say I'd probably do between 4 to 6 hours of homework a day, like just to average it out, because like weekends, sometimes I just feel like I literally do homework like all day when I have a lot of assignments. And then some days I have like less work. So let's just say 5 hours. That sounds like so much, but I feel like it's accurate to me. I mean, I take a full course load and I actually do all the homework. I do all of the readings. Okay, let's just go with 4 hours just in case, but so plus 4 times 7. Okay, that's up to 58 hours. And you might be like, well, Lauren, like that's not that much a week, but like it is a lot a week, especially since that's like a lot I do. And then we add in my club meetings. So I'm in DKA, and that's really the only club that's still meeting like consistently right now that I'm able to go to. And I'm on the executive council, so we have the executive council meeting, and then we have our general body meetings, and then we generally have like 1 to 2 events a week. But let's just go with 1, just keep things simple. So that's plus another 3 hours. All right, so that's 61 with that club. And then, of course, I also do like my YouTube work. So that's a couple hours a week. Let's say that's like 4 hours a week at least, honestly, with film, with editing and uploading and all that stuff. So that's let's say 4 hours or 65. And then I'm not gonna lie, like I do also and like just use my computer for Oh my God. I was like, when did he get up? Hello, Jordan. I guess he's not as zoomed out as I thought. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God, he's looking at me. Oh my. Okay. So then I just use my computer to watch YouTube videos, go on LinkedIn. Yes, I said that. LinkedIn. I don't know. So let's say I spend at least an hour a day just doing like generic computer things. So that's another 7 hours. And then, of course, I know I'm saying then a lot. I apologize. I'm just adding them. Oh gosh, I almost deleted my whole equation. It's not even an equation. I'm just adding things. And then, so that's all I could. Let's say I have 72 hours a week of computer time. Okay, I'm gonna have to research because suddenly I'm not sure if that's that much, but it's suspicious. But it seems like a lot to me. And then, of course, like I'm on my phone and I'm like, because like I'm not going to pretend I don't go on Snapchat and Twitter and Instagram and everything like that. So let's say of all of that, that's at least an hour a day, like combined of everything and like checking my emails. So let's say that's at least, let's say 9 hours for the week total, like because I probably spend at least an hour doing like generic stuff every day. So it's up to 81 hours. Okay, now I'm curious. I'm gonna Google how much he's meowing. Um, let's share my screen so that you guys feel in on the action. Okay, so whoa. Average screen time, college students. Okay, I'm gonna have to, you know what, he can deal for now. I always like just pander to him and he needs to know that I am in charge. Okay, I don't think I spend 4 hours and 25 minutes on my phone a day, but that makes me a little stressed. I wonder, I don't know how to get to the screen time on my Android, but maybe I should add another 3 hours just to like, let's add 4, so then it'd be 13 hours for the week. 85. Okay, all right, not all these numbers are like totally different. So okay, now that I've spent like a random amount of time calculating stuff, basically you just need to know I'm on my computer or my phone, mostly my computer, mostly phone, like a lot. So I wear my blue light glasses a lot to help my eyes, but like I don't, but even so, like it's just so much. Like literally this room where I'm sitting right now, this is my living space. Like I yes, I have a kitchen and living room, but like this is my bed right here. And then I learn here because this is my classroom and I work here because this is my office. And I mostly study here. Like, yes, I do go to like a couple lounges around that are socially distanced and stuff. For the most part, like I do spend most of my time here, especially now that the weather is getting a little colder and a bit worse. For one thing, like I don't have to wear a mask when I'm in my room. I can eat a snack, I can drink, I can do whatever I need to, and I get to the bathroom easily. Like Jordan, who's now clawing at the floor. So I have a lot of benefits from just like being here. But still, I mean, I do try to like think of things on the bright side. So I came up with some pros. Some pros. No, pros. So I could eat and drink, as I just said. And like, I mean, usually I would eat and drink during class, but you couldn't do that in my virtual, like my actual in-person class because we had to keep our masks on the whole time. And like sometimes I just get hungry or thirsty. I will say, as far as food goes, also there have been a lot shorter of lines at the dining halls and like the food court and stuff. So I know that the reason for those shorter lines is bad, but I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes like worst time to worst, like I'd be waiting for my salad work sometimes for like 40 minutes, like in peak really bad lines and slow service. And now I can be in and out in 5. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie and pretend that I don't like that. So that's something at least. I do appreciate that I can like be cozy. Like I have this beautiful sweater. Oh, it's up there. I have this beautiful, like it's beautiful. It's like a sweater bathrobe, and I can wear it, and no one knows because to me, to them, it just looks like a regular sweater. But like I know it's a full like body thing, or I can have like a blanket over my legs or something. Sometimes like I don't do this very often, but like if my mood's really low, like I can sit up in bed and be like very comfortable and have Jordan next to me. And it may seem like a stupid little thing, but it can really help me when I'm feeling really low to just like feel safe and secure and comfortable in my space. Can't do that in class. I do wake up, well, I mean, I wake up at 9 every day, and my earliest class is at, what is my earliest class is at 11. I do work Fridays at 10, and now I have like therapy thing at 9, but like generally I wake up at 9. So Tuesdays I actually wake up at 8:15. So if I had an earlier class though, I would only have to wake up like an hour beforehand because usually I wake up an hour and 15 minutes. So I have like 15 minutes to get there, but like I don't have to go anywhere. So that's something. Like if it's raining, I can like only bring what I need to get to like the food center or to visit somebody versus like having all my stuff and feeling like everything's getting soaked. Uh, Along with that, I don't have to like all my books around. Like I went to the library for the first time the other week to study with a classmate, and I like literally didn't even have that much in my backpack. And I was like, wow, this is heavy because I'm just so not used to carrying everything around, which is good for my back that I don't have to do that. Bad that now I'm like weak apparently. Oh my God, what's going on? Oh, I love when timers go off and I don't remember why I set them. I'm sure it'll come to me. At least I hope it does. Um, oh, this is funny. I wrote it down, which is good because otherwise I would have forgotten. But I know everybody's name because sometimes you're like, who is this classmate that I talk to every day? And like I should know them, but I don't. But your name is on Zoom. So you know who's the everybody is, which may seem like, wow, Lauren. But honestly, it is so, so helpful because you can call someone name. Every now and then you're like, I don't know how to pronounce this. But at least you have a starting point versus like you have no clue what you're doing and who somebody is. And then, of course, well, this is not an of course. I don't know why I started with of course, but okay, maybe he needs to go. I'm going to let him out and I'm trying, I just might light. I'm trying to edit this because honestly, as I said, I'm burned out. And so it's kind of feeling like a live vibe. All right, Jordan, there you go. And now he's like taking his sweet time to leave. What a little prince. That's all I can say. So I was saying, right. So I've actually been emailing my professors more because I don't have that time to like build up a relationship in person. But I'm actually really enjoying emailing them more. And maybe, I mean, I always have been communicative with them. I'm not gonna like, I don't want you to come across that I haven't been, but usually I would like go earlier, stay late to talk to them, and send an email only if I really had to. Whereas this semester, I mean, I'm emailing them all the time. Like I have a random homework question, I have a question on something coming up, blah, blah, blah. Like I'm just emailing them and they're replying, which is really, really appreciated. And the feedback I feel like I'm getting on Canvas for assignments does appear to be more detailed than usual. Now, whether that's just because these professors that I have this semester are just more detailed than professors I've had in the past, I can't say, but I do appreciate that. But now we're getting to the cons because I really should have ended on the good stuff, but I think I don't know. This is just the order that I wrote them down. So obviously, just like the obvious thing is you just don't see anybody. Like I mean, I see my roommates, I do try to see my friends, I like see my classmates virtually, but there's none of that just like in between, like you see someone and you're like, oh my God, hi. I mean, every now and then, maybe when I'm walking somewhere, but I'm just in my room so much less, so much more, and everyone's in their places so much more that you just don't have that spontaneous socializing. You can't talk to someone before class. There's all that little chatter and fun. It's really hard to build rapport with people that you've only ever spoken to virtually because especially in a classroom setting, like it's not like we're all going to talk on Zoom before class starts. Like sometimes the Zoom won't even open until exactly when class starts. So you can't kind of like loiter and hang around. There's also no food socializing really. So like every now and then I have met up with people to eat outside or a couple people that I trust to eat inside with me. But for the most part, you really can't do that. You can't have those big groups of people hanging out at a table. You can eat like kind of all spread out in like outside. But now, of course, it's getting colder. So that'll be happening less. And it's just like a downer, especially for someone who's I can't speak today. Especially for someone who's extroverted like me and like really suffering from a lack of seeing people. And I'm trying to talk to people on the phone more, but it's just not the same. I like need energy. I need to leech energy off people like a demon, but in a good way. I promise. Um, I mean, also everyone's just like exhausted, like including me. I know I'm like being kind of peppy now, but I kind of like hyped myself up for this video. But I also like I can't nap during the day, but like I have spent so much time like this past semester, the past couple weeks, particularly just like lying on my bed, like just feeling so drained and exhausted. Like I can't do anything. I don't know what I'm doing, and there's just nothing I can do about it. And it's so frustrating. And everyone I talk to, like we're all feeling the same way. And even though we're going to therapy or like meditating or coloring, whatever, like we're all just we're all suffering, honestly. And it's really bad. And I'm very grateful that I have people that I can try to talk to and speak with. Because if I was like feeling like this and I wasn't able to talk to it, like I really do not know where the state of me would be mentally. Like it just would be really, really bad. I guarantee that. Um Also, this is like going back to like Zoom in particular, is it's nice to know people's names and like see people's faces, but not everyone has that. So sometimes like your camera just is off and then it's just like this gray bubble. Like I think I can stop my video and it won't stop the recording. So I don't know what you see right now, but like this is really drab and boring. And sometimes you just see a bunch of little gray boxes. And I'm just like sitting there and like maybe there's one other student and the professor and everyone else is just like grayed out with their name or maybe they have a profile picture. I do have a profile picture because every now and then like I do stop my camera if I'm like doing something with the cat or like if I'm like carrying my computer maybe to get some food or something or like adjusting a light. But generally I keep my camera on because I feel like it helps me be more engaged and I want to be there for the other students and for the professor. But it's just so disheartening to see like all those gray boxes because it's not everyone's focusing and it's not even necessarily everybody's fault. Like it's so much harder to focus when you're like sitting on your computer because especially like if I'll have my computer and I either have my computer with split screen or I have like a tablet set up to take notes. So you're like getting other notifications. Like I'm either getting them on my tablet or like I usually have my email and Canvas open as other tabs just because I have to like click from Canvas to get to the Zoom link and every now and then they're like open up Canvas and I hate being like delayed in opening up Canvas. Sometimes you get like little notifications and it's just like, oh my God, I don't want to see these right now. I just want to focus during class on class. And I'm always like sitting here. So I hear like people talking about whatever. And like the volume's generally pretty good. But every now and then I'm just like, oh, it's a lot. Or someone's vacuuming and you can't like these things can't be helped. But if the focus is just so much lower, and if the focus is lower for me, and I consider myself to be a very focused, dedicated, disciplined student, like I cannot imagine what it's like for students who have a harder time focusing or who have a work ethic of a different sort. Um, I think those were all like the major cons. Like, yeah, social life downhill, totally. I mean, part of like the best thing about Temple, I think about college for me has been like meeting new people, going out doing things, whether it's exploring the city, which I've been able to do slightly recently, like going on hikes. And I went to Chinatown and I went indoor to indoor dining for the first time this past weekend, but like we were the only people in the restaurant and we couldn't go like museums and things have an opening, but I'm just not super comfortable going all over the place yet because of well for obvious reasons. And like live there's no sporting events that we're able to attend as students, and football games have been some of my favorite things about especially the fall semester at Temple. I love going to all the home games and cheering and everything, and it's really sad to not have that, and we're not able to really go on sets right now, or everything's very restricted. So it's just a really, really different experience this semester at good old Zoom University. And that's pretty much it. My energy suddenly is like gone, which maybe you can tell. I had an apple before this to give me some sugar as well, and it's just fading. And it's 9:30, and I'm really not going to edit this very much. I'll add my little intro. I'm going to add my outro, and I think that's going to be it. So you'll have to deal with the random stutters, problems, and Jordan because I have other homework I need to get done, and I just want to crash pretty much. So if this video resonated with you at all, please give it a like. Comment down below whatever your situation is, whether you're in high school, whatever school, college, out of school, whatever, or leave me something motivational to help me get through my day. No pressure though. And with that, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my next video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.